Thanks for tuning in, and hello. I want to do a fish profile today on one of my favorite cichlids, the Green Terror. Let's start here with the quad box. On the upper left and upper right, we have the reef tropical fish in Anaheim, California. A couple of tanks they have there with Green Terrors. And lower left and lower right, we got my 65-gallon South American cichlid tank. Let's start right here in this tank where the fish are about 1 to 2, maybe 2.5 years old. The water parameters for the Green Terror are pretty standard. 78 degrees is a good temperature, a good starting point. Won't matter if you fluctuate up or down a little bit. pH 6 to 8, make sure it's consistent. Some people are a little bit too picky about that. They can survive a little bit wider range than most people think. 30 gallons or more minimum. They need a lot of space. They get about 6 to 8 inches long, typically in captivity. And I would call them moderately aggressive. I'll talk a little bit more in detail about my thoughts about their temperament a bit later. And of course, they're South American. We're getting a look at my Green Terror right there. I think he's a male because of the orange markings on his fins there. He's about 1.5 years, possibly 2 years old. Now we're looking at a different tank inside the reef. Notice these fish are $30 each. These guys are probably 3+ years old, hence the more expensive price. So you can expect the range for Green Terrors to be anywhere from $15 to about $40. Of course, just depends on the age of the fish because more time and resources are put into raising that fish. Getting a look at my Green Terror again here. I named him Dr. Doom. Now I want you to take a look right there. You got a shot of my Kieran parrot attacking my Green Terror. Now this is interesting. If you looked at it right now, he would look like a really aggressive fish, but this is really just self-defense. And as you can see right there, willing to go 15 rounds, because if you attack my Green Terror, he will defend himself. Even if it's a bigger fish, he's not going to run and go hide in a cave. He'll stand his ground and come after the fish who wronged him. And that can be good and that can be bad, but you know, he never starts those kind of, incidents. He just retaliates. So, in my opinion, from what I've seen, I'm not sure the Green Terror name, does them justice, but that can change with age. They can get more bold, more aggressive. So I'll have to update that later. As far as tank mates go, of course, they work with other Green Terrors. Blood parrots are fine. A lot of people do that mix. Convicts, aggressive cichlids, be a little risky if you use a, red devil or something. Those tend to, attack anything that's in with them. Obviously, keep them away from community fish. If you put, guppies and mollies in there, don't think your Green Terror is a mean fish if it tears them into shreds. You're not supposed to mix those kind of fish. As I mentioned earlier, I believe they do grow pretty slow. It takes a while, which is the case with many South American, Central American cichlids. You have to be patient. I'm not sure if really there's ways to make them grow faster. Of course, the bigger tank theory is one thing. A lot of water changes. Feeding them a lot might help. Now, breeding these guys is pretty typical, like other cichlids. The males, however, get a pronounced hump on their head. It's very large. Some people might not like the look. And then the female lays its eggs on a flat surface in the tank, just like other South American cichlids, and then they'll guard that area, guard the eggs, and guard their fry. So it's better to separate them from the rest of your fish if you have another tank. So what else can I say? Green Terrors are not particularly picky eaters. They'll eat whatever you put in there pretty much. They don't eat as much as my other fish, certainly not as much as my blood parrots. And they don't streak suddenly to the top to go eat. They're kind of more relaxed about it. So a sinking pellet might do better. So this is just a quick preview. This is hardly a comprehensive profile. I just want to kind of introduce the fish if you don't know much about it. Definitely don't hesitate to buy them because of the name. Because as I've just shared with my experiences, I wouldn't categorize this as a particularly aggressive fish. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, please, and see you on the next one.